Hello, my little lovebirds. TonyaTko here, and today I'm recording 3 videos. I'm recording 3 separate videos because I don't want the messages to get confused. So when you see the thumbnail, you're going to see me in this outfit 3 times today, but the message on the top will be different. Those who want to watch, watch. Those who want to learn, learn. So let's talk about what the first video was about. In the very first video, this video, we're going to talk about, I'm going to conclude the story for you from the video War on Sex so that I can give you guys a follow-up to what actually ended up happening in that situation. You can go and watch that video now, the War on Sex, how your booty is the prize or whatnot. I'm going to follow up because that story does have a conclusion. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Second video, we're going to talk about this someone wrote in on my video last night about the situation he was in with this young lady, and she's been playing this sort of game for 5 years where it's going to become a very dangerous game, not only for her but women wide, because when no does not mean no, or no means yes, you just have to force me, it becomes a big issue. And I'm sure you can understand why, especially when I use the word force, because there's a difference between playing hard to get. Oh, you know what? We're going to talk about that in video number 2. And in video number 3 is dedicated to the men. We're going to talk about the number 2 reason that men get used, and that's inability to control your lust. So we're going to talk about that in video 3. So stay with me today. All right, let's get, you know, for the sake of the women and concentration, I'm going to cover up the girls. But in video 3, I'm not going to be so easy. Listen, so let's talk. Conclusion to that story. In the story, I talked about a guy who was trying to convince this girl to get with him. Young girl, she already has 2 children. Watch that video because I don't want to go into the whole story all over again. Basically, what ended up happening is the holidays came, and he was like, oh, he has to get gifts for all of his girls, right? Now, you know, remember, he has one main woman and then these little biddies on the side who he's bedding or trying to bed, and this one particular young lady was in a very fragile state. Watch that video and get the whole entire description. What ended up happening is the holidays came. He was asking me about what type of gifts he should get, and I couldn't give him, and I was like, what? He was like, oh, you know, it's going to cost so much money for him to get gifts for all of the girls that he's dealing with, etc., etc. So listen, this is real sad. This is real sad. This is real sad. Because some of you, this happened to some of you out there, and this has happened to me. The girls who he already got it from, he broke up with them right before the holidays. And remember that one young lady who he had been wanting to get, but she was like, I'm very fragile, etc., etc. Watch the video. Basically, he bought her an expensive gift, or what somebody who's 22 years old would consider expensive. I don't know. He was like in the buying phone or jewelry or whatever. I don't know, but he was talking about the amount of money that he was going to have to spend. And so remember, she had been resistant. Holidays time came, he spent the money, and then guess what? I no longer hear about that girl. When I asked him what happened, you know, he was like, you know, what you think happened, you know, blah blah blah. Basically, he got the gift, she gave in, and now she's gone, because he never really cared about her in the very beginning. And I think that it's sad because, you know, behind the scenes, I was personally rooting for her. I was like, yes, yes, hold out, because he doesn't really care about you. Then holiday time, gift came, he spent some money. You know, we're talking about this whole series, spending money, going out on dates, being used, etc., etc. And I'm going to talk to the men very specifically in their video, but in this video, women, I'd like to tell you, listen, I did a video, 10 questions your mate must answer. And you know what? People were like, oh, if I ask these questions, this person is going to lie anyway, so what's the point in asking? I'm going to tell you the point, dear boys and girls. The point is to listen to your instinct. You know what? People come down on me because I say that we're animals, but we really are. This whole dating thing is a mating ritual that goes on between men and women. And there's certain types of posture. There's certain physical cues that makes a person want to go do this, that, and the other. So, you know, there are things, there are things that generate a response from women. You know, being confident, standing up straight. You know, slouching over is a sign of, you know, of lack of confidence or whatever. We are animals, and this whole thing is we are sophisticated animals, yes, but you need to tap into your very animal instinct and your animal essence. When you ask somebody a question, listen to them, look at them, and what do your instincts tell you? Don't ask these personal questions in text where a person could be like, ha, 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 yeah, B, and then start typing whatever they want to type. Ask them in person and look at their face, look at their body language. Do they constrict? Do they avert their eye contact? What's the purpose in asking some questions? The purpose in asking the questions is so you can get an answer. Either you get that answer audibly or you get that answer physically, and you listen to yourself on how you feel. You'd be surprised how many women never ask, do you like me for me, or are you just interested in sex? You'd be surprised how many men never ask, are you going out with me because you like me or for the perks? In all the time, I don't want to confuse the videos, but I'm going to say this, and we're going to talk about this in the men's video. In all the time that I've been dating, in all the gifts and dinners and everything that I've gotten, when I used to use men for gifts, when I used to, and I never used nice guys, bad boys only, never once has anybody ever asked me, are you into me as a person, or are you just trying to get some perks? And I guess maybe because he was playing the game too, he didn't really care whether or not I was interested in him as a person. But for all you nice guys out there, all you nice girls out there, ask the tough questions. The things that you come to me writing, ask that person that. What's going on with this? Why are you pressuring me to send you nude pictures? Why? This doesn't add up. You don't know my first and last name, but you say that you love me. You know, the things that just don't add up to you, the things that you come to me asking before you type that letter to me, the very same question I need you to ask your mate. My mother told me before she left, she told me this one sentence, right? She said to ask men this, right? Shh. Don't tell me. Show me. Because people can say a whole lot of things, but when it comes time to show and prove, they can't do it. They're missing. You try to contact them after certain hours, the phone's not ringing, going straight to voicemail. Something just doesn't feel right. 2 and 2 is not adding up to be 4. So you know what? So that's the conclusion of the story. The girl got soon as Christmas came, and he bought her a little gift. And the thing is that, you know what? Yeah, he could have gotten a prostitute. He could have gotten a, let me say that word without all the emphasis. He could have gotten a prostitute, but it's all about that game of chess. And I think that a lot of you women, especially women who have never played as I have played, it's a chess game. If I move my piece here, I have to start thinking 3 moves ahead. And what will these chain of actions cause this person to do? And some of you girls who have never played, you never really understand. You just be there like prey. You know, so I've had a chance to play, and I understand the, listen, the art of alleviating a man of his money is a fine art indeed. And so I understand that from playing the game on this side, you got to get in, boom, and get out, boom, even quicker. So, you know, so a man who is trying to just get something from you, he doesn't have the time to invest a whole lot in the relationship. There's a lot of other things going on. There's holes in his story, and there are holes in his behavior which he cannot explain. The reason why he turns into a ninja when he thinks someone is going to touch his phone. That's my phone! The reason why he's absentee from 10 p.m. forward. The reason you can't get in touch with him on weekends. The reason why any number of things just don't add up in your life. Why is he cursing at you because you don't want to send him a naked picture? You know? Why is he even pressuring you for the naked picture if he cares about you? Why is he avoiding... Listen, and I'm going to end this video. I haven't done a 10-minute video in years. So I'm going to end this video so that I can get on to the next video and then the video after that. So ladies, gentlemen out there, I want to ask that you guys ask the tough questions. That you put the person to task and make them prove themselves. If they say this is how they really feel, you put them to task and you listen to your instincts. Another problem is this. If you even have to ask, there's a problem. Remember I did that video, how to snoop, invade, and stay safe? By the time that you feel that you need to snoop through someone's personal effects, there's a problem. Either within you, within that person, or definitely the union. There's a problem. And if you feel it, if you feel it enough that you don't know and you have to ask, it's probably, listen, the problem has already begun. Because if you're in a relationship with a person, it is that person's duty to make sure, oh goodness, I want to get off this video, but I need to say this before I go. If you're in a relationship with a person, this person has to be, how do I put this? Conscientious, conscious, considerate enough of your feelings and your emotions, not to purposefully do things that are going to make you feel self-conscious, ill at ease, jealous, etc. If you talk to a person about a certain string of behaviors that they're doing that are making you feel uneasy, and they say, I don't care how you feel, I'm not going to do anything to alter it so that we can come to some sort of common ground in this relationship. If that person says that, that might not be the relationship for you. You don't have to wonder, is there something's wrong with me because I don't think such and such and such. Listen, that might not be the relationship for you. Either you need to take some time out and build your esteem up as a person. Speaking of esteem, let's talk about my book. My book, before I get off the video. My book, Lessons of a Motherless Child. 10 most crucial secrets about love, sex, and self-esteem. I had to learn the hard way so that you don't have to. My first volume is on self-esteem. The link to how to get on the mailing list. The book is not going to be published publicly. This is an ebook. The first volume, the second and the third volume on love, sex, self-esteem. First volume is on self-esteem. Is going to be published privately to the people who are only on my book mailing list. You might need to take a few moments, take a step out of this relationship, take some time to figure out, you know, what it is that's making you feel jealous or self-conscious. Do you have insecurities that you need to work on? Another reason you might not need to be in that relationship is that person does not consider it or care about your feelings. Number 3, something might really be going on. So there's a problem, and that problem needs to be addressed, not ignored. And if that young lady had continued to pay attention to that feeling she had ill at ease when that guy was talking all that big chat, that big chatter crap, when he was talking all that foolishness, if she would have just continued to pay attention to that, she wouldn't have gotten got. She would have cut that off from long time. First of all, the man is missing every evening. I know. I know, because I hear the stories and I know what's going on behind the scenes. So anyway, on to video number 2. TonyaTko, my Facebook link and everything is below. Come over to my Facebook page. I need you to write to me and tell me your issues so that I can, especially men, I need you to write to me and tell me some of your issues, because I've been hearing some dysfunctional, very, very dysfunctional things from men. You know, and I'd like to continue to make videos from men, but I need to hear the problems so that I know what it is that I'm addressing. What am I supposed to do? Make a video about something I have not come into contact with, have not heard of, and have no opinion on? I can't do it, so I need you to write to me. I'm out of this video. Should we hug on every video or just at the end of the 3rd video? I'm going to hug to everyone. I don't care. Hugs are free. We hug you. Oh, I love you guys so much. I love you. Go out there and love one another, but most importantly, love yourself. Join up with me on other stages on the internet. Down below are all the links, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And come on over to video number 2. We're going to talk about this very dysfunctional problem that I want to put an end to. And we're going to talk, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're going to talk about how when no means force me. And that's no good. TonyaTko, on to video 2. Peace.